Would you rather go and knock on 50 doors when it's 110 degrees out, like in Arizona where I'm located, or would you rather do one post and reach 5,000 people, all because of one engaging post? In today's video, we want to compare and contrast old versus new, and whether you're doing old traditional marketing or new ways of marketing your real estate business, they both work. You just have to choose your heart and choose what you specifically like. So in today's video, we have 10 different ways for you to be able to go through the process from the traditional way of marketing or the new way of marketing. And by the end of the video, we want to give you something absolutely free for your time today. Because at the end of the day, some people like to go do those door knocks, some people like to make those phone calls, and some people like to passively prospect and put videos onto YouTube and leverage their past efforts for their future successes and literally have basically their business run on autopilot. So number one, when it comes to reach, traditional, you can go ahead and you can go to the area that you want to door knock, you want to farm, you want to send out mailers, and maybe have referrals in. So that could be, say, in your specific community. That's fantastic. That does work. But how much time do you want to have to trade to do the door knocking? How much income do you have to send out those mailers and referrals? How consistent are they with the traditional old school way of marketing? Or you can do social media. And with social media, you can do things like you could be able to scale quick. You could be able to instantly reach thousands of individuals, and you can immediately be able to connect with a potential buyer and or seller within that specific area. Like, for example, if you're sending out the mailers, here's a way that you can blend the old and the new together, whether you can send out that mailer, you can have a QR code, and that QR code could drive someone to a landing page like on your website. And within that landing page, you potentially could be able to capture contact information like first name, last name, email information. And if you use something called warmly.com, then you can be able to capture contact information and they don't have to do anything. So that was a little golden extra nugget for you for number one. Number two, cost. Traditional ways of marketing with print ads like we just talked about. What about flyers? What about events? Those could be costly. You know, to do the pie drive or the pie event, the end of the year for the holidays, that could be costly traditionally. But what about with cost on social media? It doesn't cost you anything. It's organic. All you have to do is have a nice phone, and then literally you don't even have to have a mic or anything fancy. You can pick up your phone, start recording right now, and be able to get in and get to marketing. It's very low cost, and just like, say, something like YouTube, you could definitely be able to put out content like this, low cost, if you just point and shoot and just use your, say, cell phone and put videos onto YouTube. And you don't really need to get super fancy with the thumbnail, the copy, and the editing like in today's video, but you can by hiring Liftoff agent. Number three, targeting. Going through zip codes, sending out mailers, doing the door knocking. That could be the way that you are going to go through with traditional marketing. You have your title company, your title rep would have the information from that perspective from, say, a list of individuals that are going to be in a farm they develop with homes or homeowners that have been in the home for 30 plus years. But what about on social? What about the new way? Well, new way, you could go through the process of targeting individuals from a demographic perspective with search engine optimization. You could actually have blogs, you could have videos, you could have a website, you can have social media that can help you be able to get more frequency, more reach from the perspective of that ideal buyer and or seller by doing things passively. And I'll show you really quick someone who's doing that, which we just went past him, is Levi Lassick. 386 transactions with something called passive prospecting, something with the Living in Dallas, Texas team. They have YouTube videos and they film content to be able to go through that process with over 2.3 million views and 96 videos. So choose your hard at the end of the day, because that can be a lot easier for you. All right, so number four, a lead capture. Now, traditionally, you're going to have to get a phone call, a text, or an email when sending out mailers. You would have to put that contact information into your phone. That's the traditional way. And the social way and online marketing way with social websites and what have you, you could have QR codes. You could use clickbait for YouTube. You could be able to have CTAs, call to actions, to drive people somewhere to like a landing page on your website. And then when they go to your website, they can download something that can tie into your CRM system automatically. It's called zapier.com. So you can zap leads in from, say, if you wanted traditional postcard, send it out, QR code scan, website, download, guide. And then from there, it goes into your CRM system and the auto triggers would happen. So you really want to think about, and what we're getting at in this video is blending the two is what I'm getting at. Because at the end of the day, if you have traditional and also new ways of marketing that can really help you with being able to have more success a lot quicker, because lead capture, if you don't have a CRM system, at least with number 4, can get really messy. Number 5, speed. So traditional, it's slow. So going through the process of door knocking and making phone calls and going through the traditional way of marketing with networking and getting referrals, it's slow and unpredictable. In social media and going through the new way, you can instantly get individuals to send you a direct message within Instagram. You can instantly get someone to watch one of your YouTube videos that potentially can hit hundreds of thousands of people that then get driven to your website. Then they go to the call to action, or they see the call to action and they download the guide. They fill out the form, and then they go through a more standard operating procedure, just like what we talked about with the Dallas, Texas guy just a little bit earlier. Because if I go to their buy side, I can actually go through here and there'll be an automatic form asking them specifically questions in regards where they're at. And this takes 30 seconds to find out their budget, time frame, and what have you. So those are going to be things for you to take into consideration as far as when it comes to speed for number 5. Number 6, content variety. Now, when thinking about traditional, it's going to be limited. So, changing the postcards, maybe changing what you're going to say, maybe changing the open house sign. But when it comes to, say, the digital way and social media and your website and the new way of marketing, it's very easy to be able to change up a look and feel of a post, the way that it's filmed, the way that it's edited, the music that you're using. Also with your YouTube channel, your website, your social media, it's a lot quicker. So digital will definitely tie into number 5 as far as with speed, because you can change things up and you can do live posts and put yourself out there and testimonials and be able to connect with other individuals and have various different variety of content outside of just kind of like the same saying with the postcard or making those phone calls and doing the traditional way of marketing. Number 7, analytics and tracking. Now, traditionally, you're not really going to be able to track ROI with a billboard unless you ask every single person specifically how they heard about you. It's a lot harder than having a billboard with maybe a mix of the new way with the QR code, so you can be able to have people scan the QR code, and then from that billboard, they go to that landing page and they go through the process. So that definitely can help tremendously. Not to mention also, you can track who goes to your website, where they clicked, where they moused. You can get contact information of individuals who go to your website. They don't do anything at all. So honestly, when it comes to analytics and tracking, the old way is very hard to track compared to the new way without asking specific questions and finding out how they specifically found you. Was it the billboard? Was it a phone call? Was it an email? And going down that process. Okay. Number 8, brand building. What does it look like as far as from traditional ways of building your brand? It may take some time to send out the mailers and make the phone calls and do the door knocking to build your brand, and or on social and with your website and with search engine optimization, you can build your brand really quick from the perspective of this. Now, when you're making a phone call or you're sending out an email from traditional ways of doing it, you're going to build those relationships from you trading your time to talk with the person. When you're sending out a postcard or a mailer, that's not going to really build a whole lot of equity from the perspective of like a parasocial relationship. Like right now, I'm filming this video and I'm building my brand at Liftoff Agent by adding value to you, the viewer of this video, by going through the process of talking about ways that you can then, the old ways of marketing and the new ways of marketing, putting things in perspective to help you be able to grow your business. And so with this video, you're building a relationship with me automatically, which is super cool. You can't build a relationship with a postcard like you can build a relationship with a video. So definitely think to yourself, what does it look like when building that brand? And building the brand is actually pretty powerful when it comes to the new way because of technology and videos and being able to build relationships without even you needing to say one word, but just from a video or something that you filmed in the past. All right, number 9, availability. So traditionally, you're going to have to time block, or you're going to tell people you're available all day, every day. They're going to call, they're going to text you, they're going to ask you questions. Now, on the new way, you can literally be available 24/7 from the perspective of technology, because they can go to your website, FAQs, questions, videos. There's a lot you can do automatically with the process of being able to, traditionally, you would have to just call them back or send them a text message, or you're at dinner, you have to send them a text message and get back to them, and you would have to literally trade your time. Now the new way, it's cool because you can actually film videos like this and have them on your website and already be 10 steps ahead of yourself. And then when someone potentially refers you a buyer at dinner, you can send someone, say for instance, like I already said, basically take them to your buyer page, and then the buyer page, you can ask them questions automatically. You can have them watch videos about buying a home. You can actually have them download a buyer's guide. They can read your testimonials. They can already search for homes and go through that process, and they can already schedule a meeting with Calendly.com. And so with something like this, and this actually asks them questions before they schedule that time with them, with something like this is super powerful because now you've already thought to yourself, how do you want to work with your customers? What does it look like when you're not available because you're at dinner or you're on vacation? And how can you already be ready to work with your customers 24/7 and not have to answer that call, send that text message, respond back to that email? Last but not least, number 10, engagement. So traditionally, you're out there basically sending out these flyers and you're engaging with individuals from a call, text, or email me. Now, with social media, there's two ways: from following, connecting, sharing. Technically, there's way more than two ways. There's infinite ways. You could have someone that sends you a DM. You have someone that can send you a video message, someone that submits a form on your website, someone that downloads a guide. There's a lot more ways to be able to engage someone from the perspective of technology and social media. And the new way, outside of when you send out a flyer, there's three ways: call, text, or email. That's pretty much it. Unless you blend the new way with the old way and you have the QR code like I talked about earlier, and then you can have them drive somewhere. So if you've been watching this video to its entirety, you can see that there's a lot of similarities, because at the end of the day, you have to choose your hard. You have to say, do I want to forever have to jump on the calls? I have to do the door knocking. I have to send out the mailers. I have to do the events, all trading your time for the efficiency of your outcome of the business being able to close more business, for the outcome of you being able to have more referrals? Or do you want to be able to get on YouTube, film some content, have a website, have guides, have forms, have a way to then just drive people specifically to your, say, website, landing page, forms, guides, and then from there, you can have quicker, faster ROI, quicker, faster response time. So what I want to do for you is, because you stayed into the end, underneath liftoffagent.com, underneath resources, I want to give you some resources that can help you right now with this process. And so if you want to blend the two, or you want to leverage technology to help you save time, I would highly recommend the How to Automate Your Business. This is going to be 10 techniques to automate your real estate business. And this is a guide that I wrote personally. There's going to be a link down below. I want you to be able to take advantage of the link. I want you to be able to use this opportunity to be able to automate your real estate business. And if you want to tie that in and blend that in with something like, say, for instance, we have all of these various different website experience, client relocation, buyer guide flow, the ultimate client roadmap. Those are all going to be ways for you to automate your business, to have more success with the process. Hope you found today's video helpful. If you did, like it, subscribe, and the notification bell. We'll see you all in the next one, and best of luck either taking your old school traditional marketing and the new and blending it, maybe ditching the old school, just going directly and doing 100% the new school of marketing. But at the end of the day, we just want to help you save time, earn more business, and be able to serve more families, and be able to have more time with your own family, have more time with your friends and family, and not have to always be on those calls, those texts, and those emails. God bless. Take care. I'll see you all on the next one.